Hi, guys.
I don't know if I like leather pillows.
Yeah, Anne said
pleather.
this. Anne said this last night. She was like, "What's with the pleather pillows?"
They're a bit pleathery. Hello from
gosh.
Scotland.
We look so beautiful.
You didn't set this up very well. Look, it's cutting our heads off.
I was fine like this.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to sit like you're friggin'...
Oh, we'll set it up better.
No, I'll zoom it.
You're the one.
Well, you're going to have to tell me how much I have to go up.
I don't want to know that. Just keep zooming. Keep zooming, keep zooming, keep zooming. That's fine. That should be fine.
It should be fine.
I'm probably not going to sit like this. I look really fat and ugly. I'll probably sit like that. And that's a bit better. I still look fat and ugly, but that's fine. I think this is all right. I don't know.
You do. What happened?
I'm tired.
You're tired.
Hiya from Scotland.
Scotland.
Amazing start to the podcast.
Great start to the podcast.
Oh, your head. Do you care about your top of your... You got head... I said it should be fine.
This is supposed to be your job. But because we finished our last workshop, I think you've gone into knock-off mode.
Well, it's been 7 weeks of non-stop.
7 weeks of non... You stopped once.
When?
The day after my birthday, you slept for a day.
I did. We drank too much. But yes, workshops are finished.
We're not allowed to say they were a good group until we waited 2 weeks.
No, but workshops are finished. We just finished 7 weeks back to back every weekend, Friday till Sunday of workshops. So I am tired. I'm not in France. I can't say tired.
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 Well, how do you say tired in Scottish?
I'm fucking buggered.
Bec found a heap of Scottish swear
Oh my God,
slang.
they were so good.
So good.
My favourite one was, I can't even remember what it was, but it was something like tongue me fart box.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what the next part was, but for anyone that can understand what tongue my fart box means, I'll leave that to your interpretation. It was so funny. I sent it to everyone back. I sent it to my mum, and mum was like, "That's my kind of language." It was fantastic. We are loving Scotland.
Yes, I think I could live here.
It's so pretty. The food has been amazing. The people are so lovely. I've actually been able to I thought I wouldn't be able to understand people, but I've been able to understand them.
Well, I knew I would because my father-in-law was Scottish. And nobody could understand him, but I could. So I knew I could handle the accent.
And I tried haggis.
Oh, yes. Bec ate haggis. She didn't spit it out.
I tried
She swallowed it.
Even though I said I wasn't going to. I did. We didn't film it, but I was really hungry and it came out and it was like... It just looked like minced meat. And it was on a stack of like potato and then there was some other vegetable. It just kind of looked like a shepherd's pie.
And it smelled nice.
And it smelled nice and I was hungry and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll try it. I did, and I didn't hate it. It was actually nice. It was very peppery.
I wouldn't call it peppery, but that'll just be your taste buds.
I found it peppery. I know. I found it was nice. I
love it.
I didn't hate it.
I had it twice so far, and I've liked it both times.
I wouldn't order it for myself.
I did.
I know you did, but I'm saying I wouldn't. But I tried it, and I didn't hate it. And the weather, we've been so lucky with the weather. We thought that Scotland was going to be the place that we would really struggle with the weather, but Friday, for natural light, we had the 1 day of sunshine that they have.
Yeah, it was pretty much full sun all day long.
So good. It was amazing.
It was like when we landed, and the next day after, it was just heavy overcast. And Bec and I have gone for a scout to find somewhere to run the workshop, but we looked at the weather, so we saw it wasn't going to rain, but it said overcast. And the stupid thing here, we've never seen this anywhere else in the world. All the parks around have got fences around, and you have to have a key to get in, so you have to live in one of the houses that surround the park.
Yeah, they're private parks for the people that live around.
But then they have these other rules where there's no such thing as private property. So I don't get it. It seems weird to me.
I don't know.
Well, maybe they class it as private park, but with the fence around it, the public can't get in. So if they can get in, they not going to get prosecuted.
You could have just jumped the fence.
You got like spiky bits.
Why not?
I can't video you jumping the fence.
No, thank you.
But anyway, we were blessed because we walked for about an hour looking for places that would give us block out structure, which means get rid of any light that's around and only allow light in one direction. We really struggled to find anywhere to even do that.
And you were panicking. You were
I was actually thinking.
You were like, shit, how am I going to run a natural light workshop when
for 4 hours
when I don't have
light?
Like, and you can't
or
find any
structure I could use.
Yeah, so you were panicking, and then we woke up, and even when I got up, and Anne I think she was doing her nails or something, and she'd kept the room dark because I was still sick. She had to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and went out to her shoot and came back, and I was still sleeping. And then
4 o'clock in the morning to go out in the drizzly rain and lay naked on wet sand. Like
poor Anne. But she kept the room dark, and then I woke up and I was like, can we please have some light so I don't go back to sleep? And she opened up the curtain and both of us at the same time are like, oh, sunshine.
But even today, we've had a Melbourne day today, so we've had a bit cool.
4 seasons one day.
But we had a decent bit of sun come out.
We did, and we got to do our cool shoot. We went down to the Old Town area.
It's got to be the first time. When was the last time It's got to be the first time since COVID we've done this.
What, on Naked in the
Streets?
Naked but not naked in the streets? Yeah, it's been a while, but we did, continuing on with Peter and I's series of Naked but not naked in the streets. So we went down to Old Town area, and there's this street that, if anyone likes Harry Potter, it looks like Diagon Alley, which is a famous
Well,
pub.
isn't it the street she actually wrote Harry Potter in?
I don't know if it's, I don't know. I didn't find the actual pub that she wrote Harry Potter in, but apparently she based Diagon Alley, which is a very famous thing in Harry Potter, she based it off like that street, and it does look like exactly like Diagon Alley does. So we went there and we did a Naked but not naked in the streets there, which was very cool.
That's cool. Cars got pissed off though.
Yeah, the cars were a bit annoying.
I know. In the end, I cropped it so they weren't in the shop.
Hopefully we got a good shot.
And the chubby people, the American tourists.
Oh my God, in that pub, we walked past a pub and there was a sign up that said, literally said, I took a photo of it, literally said, American tourists, we do not have a kitchen. And I was like...
What a bird, what a cut.
No offense to Americans, it was just, I'm just saying what I saw. It literally said that, and I just thought it was so funny because I have heard a lot, I didn't realise that, I didn't realise how popular of a spot this is for tourists, I don't know. But
I think it's more touristy than locals.
But I didn't realise, and I have heard a lot of American accents, and just the fact that they had a sign up saying that, it was like, how many people have gone in there and expected to get food? Yeah. And the fact that, I don't know, it was, sorry, I'm not ripping on you
Even the bar
guys.
we went in so you could get changed into the naked clothes, they've got on the bar they had 3 bottles of ketchup, a couple of bottles of mustard, some HP sauce. So, the food here. And they went, oh no, we don't serve food here. And I said, what's the ketchup and all this for? He goes, we get pies in the morning. They sell that straight away.
Yeah.
Well, he does sell food then.
He didn't say we don't. He didn't say we don't. He said we get pies in the morning and they sell it very fast.
No, his first thing was we don't sell food here. And then I said to him, why is this here?
Oh.
What is this?
What is this?
But I must admit, I love the food here, except for last night's meal, which was...
Last night's was shit out.
It would have been owned by some corporation crap place.
But other than that, just where we're staying, we walked outside and there's an Argentinian steak place. That was amazing. Then the next night we went to a Greek place. That was amazing. And then just down the corner, there's just a pub. That was amazing.
Where you ate your haggis?
Where I tried. I tried it.
You didn't. So you're just fighting. If you don't think about what was in it, you would have ate it more.
That's why I ate it, because I was like as I was having it, I was like, just don't think about it. And I was like, that's quite nice.
We've had this discussion before. If you only knew what was in McDonald's nuggets.
Yeah, but that's none of my business.
Well, just treat haggis the same way.
It's none of my business.
Just pretend it's minced meat with pepper.
Well, that's what I did, and I actually thought it was quite nice. So, here we go. There we go. We can put the haggis to bed now.
But you wouldn't eat the thing I ate in France, though. Or was it France?
What?
That was beautiful. That was really, really nice.
Your intestines. That was
No, it was veal.
Yeah, veal intestines. It was like tubular. There was like lots of little tubes inside a big...
It was really, really nice.
I would take your word for it, but there is no way in hell I would ever eat that. That's disgusting.
So when we were in Brussels, there's one restaurant I said I want to take you. Mm-hmm. But there is one dish on the menu you won't eat.
There's a lot of things I
No,
won't eat.
this is one you would not eat.
What is it?
Horse.
What?
Horse.
Who's eating horses?
People in Brussels. Horse is actually common in certain parts of Europe.
What the...
Well, people eat camel.
What?
A camel's just a horse with a hump.
Horse?
Horse. It's actually very nice. I've had it.
That's...
You don't want to share a horse steak?
No,
sure?
absolutely not.
They might do horse with haggis.
Oh my God. You're a savage.
I'm not a savage.
You're a savage.
So think of all the race horses when they can't run anymore. Might as well use them for food.
They could just rest in peace.
But then you're wasting and they're just rotten. Just maggots get to eat them. Why should maggots have more fun than we?
So what about people? What about when people... Are you going to eat person?
Would you try it?
No.
Even a bit of thigh?
No, I hate thigh. I don't even eat chicken thighs.
Right, so a bit of tit then. Would you try a bit of tit? Come on, tell me the truth. Would you try a bit of tit?
No.
You sure?
You know what I'm like. I really don't like eating meat, so I'm not gonna the meat that I do eat is so limited. No, yuck. I don't even. Oh, even though I ate lamb last night, but I didn't even like it.
It wasn't last night. It was the night before.
Yeah, the night before.
Yeah,
no, it was. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but that kebab, that was way too heavy in lamb. Like there was 3/4 lamb, which I normally like, but I wanted more of their sauce was really nice. And
I don't know, I did not rate the kebab. I want Ali's jumbo kebabs back at home with the...
Yeah, so far your kebab picks have been pretty terrible.
No, the one that we had in Frankfurt was good.
Yeah, but the one that had curry and potato wasn't that good. Well, but the one in Frankfurt had big chunks of cabbage. And you didn't like that.
I wish I got it with it. I reckon the Frankfurt kebab, if it didn't have cabbage, would have been absolutely lit. But unfortunately, I had cabbage, and I hate cabbage.
And you're going to fail now, don't you?
What?
You haven't done your McDonald's in where it came from.
It didn't come from here.
It did, of course. It's McDonald's. It's a very Scottish name. So it's Scottish food, and you haven't eaten McDonald's in Scotland.
I could always get it tomorrow.
When? We're going to the airport tomorrow.
Surely there'll be a Macca's at the airport.
I don't know. You told me there was going to be Southern at the airport, and there wasn't.
Because we didn't go through duty free.
Why not?
Do that on the way.
We'll do that on the way out.
Yeah.
But we found Southern. I can't believe we found Southern. Even in bars, they had Southern.
Yes.
I even educated a barman today at Frankenstein. What was it called? Frankenstein?
Yeah, Frankenstein bar.
Oh,
So
yes.
camp.
Camp.
It was so camp.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
You can't say so gay.
Camp.
So same thing, isn't it?
No, because camp is very exaggerated.
No, we used to say he's as camp as a row of tents.
You're allowed to say it's camp.
You sure? I think you're going to get cancelled.
No, I'm pretty sure the Met Gala theme a couple of years ago was camp.
Was it?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's allowed. Lift not
So
camp.
camp's allowed, but gay's not.
No, you can say it's... No, you can't use gay in a bad way. You can't if something's stupid and
You can't say that's gay.
No, if you're referring to if something's because people use that's so gay as to describe something that's bad. If something
I
bad,
never have. It's your generation again changing language.
But I've got there's people I know that if something bad happens, they'll be like, oh, that's so gay. Meaning
So have you cancelled them?
No.
Why not?
But a lot of people would cancel them for that because they're using it in a bad context. They're saying oh, that's they're trying to say that's so bad, and then they're using the word gay to describe something that's bad. So that's not cool.
All right, but I could go, that's so Bec.
Depends what it is.
That stopped you in your tracks completely. No, that's so Bec.
No, but
We
saying
even said that today. The little girl walking down the street wearing Converse, frilly socks, leather skirt.
she
She had a little pink bow,
she was so
a
bad.
jacket, and her dad was carrying this little sparkle unicorn bag. And just, there's a baby Bec.
It was so cute. I loved
And
it.
you then photographed her, you perfect. You know you can't photograph children. That's so pedophilic of you.
Stop it.
You did. You photographed her. That I would never photograph children. I think we need to report you. I'm going to report you to the police. They're going to look on your phone and you're going to end up in jail. No why.
I'm going to get so cancelled after this podcast.
Well, you're always trying to cancel me.
I'm not trying to cancel you. I only took a photo of her because I wanted to show Anne and be like, look at this little mini Bec with her Converse high tops and her frilly socks and her leather skirt and her denim jacket, but her pink bow.
Photograph little children, you pervert.
Her pink bow and her little unicorn
I think we should
backpack.
start a protest on this.
Shut! Oh my God! She was just giving Bec, and I was like, I need to show Anne this. So I took a photo just so I could show Anne. That's the only reason I did.
Only reason.
Only reason.
Only reason.
Oh my God! Don't make me feel bad. I'm gonna get so cancelled. Saying a bar was camp and photographing children, everyone's going to be like, yes. I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to. Be sure that generation that changed the words so we get cancelled if we use them.
You're allowed to call something.
I thought you weren't allowed to.
No.
I'm certain you told me I'm not.
No, it's different. No, when I'm describing the bar...
You can't dig out of this hole.
No, when describing that bar, like, every 20 minutes they had, like, this smoke machine that went off and then they had this, like, mechanism and, like, this fake Frankenstein thing coming. It was so
Bec's
funny.
videoing this fake Frankenstein thing happening and I'm videoing her because she's just got this big eye open like, oh, this is incredible. Then we went downstairs and got some drinks and it happened again. It's happening. And Bec sort of looking up and then I realised the lady on the table behind Bec was there going with her hand up like, this is shocking, what's going to happen next? And it was just a freaking mechanical friggin' puppet.
Oh my God, she looked devastated.
She looked like I was sitting there watching a horror movie.
It was so funny. So funny.
What's a bit funny? It was even funny when I showed you and you couldn't. I can't believe you turned around. Normally if I say to Bec, turn around, look, she goes, I can't look around. I can't turn around. But you did.
She looked mortified.
She did, didn't she?
It's just like, I don't know.
And her partner was filming it like you were.
She was mortified. It was so funny. Oh, and our thumbnail for this one is going to be when we were, just after we finished our naked but not naked in the streets, we were...
And we had that really good pulled pork. What was that? What was the place called?
Oink.
Oinks.
Oink.
Yeah, oink. If you're ever in there, the oink, that's really nice. Lee, you're going to get really cancelled now. Stop imitating.
There was a really good pulled pork roll and then we walked across the road and there was...
And Bec, mate told me that you're not allowed to eat it and walk because it's bad for your digestion.
It's bad for your digestive system.
How is it bad?
It is. Well, that's what
You'd be shaking it down.
No, I've told. It's just something
but
that's...
you see it with birds. Birds fly and eat.
You're not a bird.
Well, flying and eating and walking and eating can't be any... Flying and eating would be worse, I would have thought. It takes so much more effort to keep yourself and that food in the air.
I have heard that eating and walking at the same time is really bad for you. You shouldn't eat and walk. You should sit down.
Was that on Reddit?
I don't know. I can't remember.
It'll be on Reddit.
I don't know how, when, or how I've found this knowledge, but I've heard that you shouldn't eat and walk. It's bad for you.
Really?
So we stood and Peter...
So if you eat and walk, how many towels can you use in a week? Hey, it's good here. We're in a hotel. I get fresh towels every day. It's so much better.
They don't get a chance to go crispy. Whatever you do at night.
Oh, shut up, you pervert. I sleep.
You sleep.
Just because your mind's in the gutter. I want to know what you... Sorry, talking about every night, Bec remembered there's a show that plays in Europe.
in the UK called
the UK.
Naked Attraction.
Naked Attraction.
It's trash.
And it's like on normal TV. And it starts off where it's either the guys or the girls. So there's one person has to pick his date out of what, 4 or 5?
I can't remember how many.
4 or 5, and it's a big screen, and they're naked behind the screen. The screen comes up to about belly button height. So the first person gets kicked on based on either their penis or their vagina. This is not the way. That's the last thing you see on a date, not the first thing you see on a date. And then Beck said, and she was really upset because the first night she watched it, there was only one willy, and the willy, what do you call it, an anteater. So she judges this poor guy. He seemed a nice guy. So if you're in this thing and the anteater, so in fact you need to answer. So you've got 4 or 5 willies lined up. How are you going to pick which one that goes? What's going to be the criteria of the willy that gets kicked out? Criteria. That word. Leave me alone. You always pick on me about my impediments.
I don't know.
So which was the first one you'd kick out?
I don't know.
No, but I want to know. So is it going to be an anteater, a short and fat, long and skinny, a bent one?
I wouldn't go on this show.
Oh, yeah, I bet you would.
I wouldn't.
You certainly would.
I'm getting married in March. I've been with Jared for 10 years.
No, but just if you were on that show.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Would you have to see him first?
I wouldn't.
Would you say him do helicopters and then you'd pick on the best helicopter?
I wouldn't put my hand up
so the
to
first
go
one
on
went
this show.
through and it's a guy picking out from the girls, and both Beck and I agreed that the girl, the prettiest, was the one he kicked out first.
Yes. And then the second, so normally on the show they have a guy that tries to pick his date and yet they show their bottom and then it goes up to boobs and then they show face and they're not allowed to speak to them at
And then the very last choice is about them saying something.
Yeah, and then the person who's picking out their date at the very end gets naked themselves. It's an absolute trash show. But it's
and then the
so
second
funny.
one comes on and Beck's all ready for Willy Fest.
It's normally a guy picking a girl date and then the next one is a girl picking a guy date and so the next one's a girl. But she's a lesbian, so there's just more vaginas. And I'm like, what?
You felt so ripped off. You were sitting there, your face was down. I wanted to see willies.
Everyone's going. I'm literally getting cancelled after this podcast.
I know, it's a good podcast.
This is the worst podcast we've ever done.
No, this is the best one. In fact, I want to do a new picture for the front because we've already taken a picture of the front, but I think we need to do a picture of
I
willies.
was trying to explain what the photo is going to be. So when Peter was eating his pork roll, we went across the road because I told him you're not allowed, it's bad for you to walk and eat. And then out the front of this pub, they had some stupid little one of those things where you stick your face in and you take a photo. So Peter took a photo of me with my face and then I took a photo of Peter in his. So that's going to be our cover photo.
Can I put a willy on you?
No, it's not.
I think we need a willy in this.
Why? Leave the willies alone, you pervert.
Can I change the writing to this is so, no, what is it, gay? No, it can't be gay, was it?
Camp.
This is so camp. I'll change the sign to say this is so camp. Or Beck said this is so camp. You looked a bit chunky in that photo, by the way. You look very chunky.
Stop it. I look chunky right now. I'm sitting.
We're going to go to Tomorrowland.
I've been trying to walk a lot and work up.
Trying to walk. I'm double her weight, double her age, and we had like 7,000 steps to go up to get out of where we were. And this thing... What? You're going quiet now.
You're being nasty.
I think it's the Pick on Bec podcast.
You are a nasty pasty.
Nasty pasty.
Why are you being so nasty? I'm never nasty to you. I'm
never,
actually...
no.
Nobody
sees the stuff that you do for me.
I'm delightful.
You know, my dyslexia is just, I can't read anything properly and she just makes fun of it every time I go, oh, that sign said that. And you go, no, it didn't.
No, it's cute.
It's cute.
And I find it good when... Thank God we have Anne with us because sometimes
you've got someone to help you pick on me.
No, because you do something, you read something wrong and I think it's cute and I
make
laugh.
Fun of me
No,
about
I
it.
laugh in my head but I don't say it out loud because I know you get all, oh, don't pick on me. But then Anne says it and I'm like, thank you, Anne.
I don't. I can't help that what something says is not what my brain sees it says, especially if it's in certain fonts.
Like Elbefa?
Elbefa. I like Elbefa. We might be doing a 5-day workshop in Elbefa next year. Good luck of finding an airline that'll fly you to Elbefa.
Elbefa has... how do you actually... Is it actually Ibiza or Ibiza? I don't know. Someone will tell me in the comments. According to Peter, it's Elbefa. There was something else really funny.
Sorry, we could pick on you in numbers.
I'm so
and
shit
dates.
at numbers. I'm so shit at that stuff. I'm getting better at it though. I literally like triple check everything now. But they'll always...
I don't think you messed... I think you did mess up one.
I messed up one for America. There was
one in America.
one day.
Within a second of her posting it, someone's going...
No, it was just one thing for the Eatonton workshops. I had the check-in date wrong. And Jim was like... And thank God, because like...
It was Jim that picked you up.
Yeah, because the second I'd posted it, I messaged Jim and was like, hey, I've just posted it. Here's the link. And then Jim was like, just letting you know, you do have this date. And I was like, thank you. So
so I thought it was you put it up within seconds, someone's already jumped on you.
No. I put it up and messaged Jim, and then Jim had it. So, and I was like, thank you. But other than that, no.
With the American workshops, are we going to get some bulletproof vests to go to America?
We need some earproof vests.
Earproof?
Yes.
Earplugs?
Just some little earproof ones. Some earmuffs.
This really, like the memes have started, and unfortunately I love black comedy, and that one of the 3 keychains.
Oh,
so it's like a little laminated headshot of each, and it's got a hole. It's got JFK's got the hole in his head, and it goes. I can't remember who the other one was. Then there was a hole in the ear of Trump. I had to laugh.
You are horrible.
I had to laugh. I don't know. It's the whole thing. It's very scary for the rest of the world.
It is. It's when you've got actually terrifying.
Both of us can't believe either side who they're putting up to run. If that's the best out of, was it 340 million people, they're the 2 best you can come up with. And then all the other stuff, I don't know if it's conspiracy theory or that. There just seems so many things where the people are yelling out to the cops. There's a guy on the roof there with a gun and the cops did nothing. And how does a guy with a rifle get past security?
I don't know. I'm terrified.
So I don't know.
I don't want to make this political.
I'm not making political. I'm not hitting any one side. I'm just saying,
me either. And I'm
just saying
I'm neither either
overall,
side. It's just terrifying. It's like when I messaged Jared, like after I messaged him and I was like, oh my God, like this is crazy. And that's all I said. I was just like, this is crazy. And Jared's like, yeah, thank God you're not there right now. And I was like, I'm going to be there in September. Like, why is your response, oh, thank God you're not there?
I think things might get even worse by September, the month before, or September and October.
And that was his response. I was like, thanks, bub. Like, great response.
Jared's already looking for his next, that'll get him out of marrying you. That's why he's happy. He doesn't have to go through with it. He's found an out.
An out.
No. But it was funny, we're in Bec always tells me I talk too loud. We were in a pub the other night and there was an American couple that come in there. One of them's got USA in big letters, on the other one had American something in big letters. And they're very strong American talking. And I just said to Bec, why do Americans have to tell you they're American or something like that, didn't I?
You really sound like you're ripping on Americans.
I'm not, no.
You're going to get cancelled. We're both going to get cancelled.
I'm not ripping on them. I made the comment because they had those T-shirts on. You never see people walk around in America with I'm Britain or I'm Australia. Or
no, but you walk around with your photos.
No, but that's not... No, let me finish. I just made the comment that I found it funny, but then I found out there's is it gridiron? Is that what they play?
It was rugby. I don't know.
No, it's not rugby. It's gridiron.
He just said rugby.
American football. American football.
No, he said it was
it's not rugby.
No, that's what he said. It was rugby.
No, American football.
No, he said rugby.
No, American football.
He didn't. He said rugby.
Shut up.
He said rugby.
No, because I was really surprised.
We really do.
No, he did. Sorry, get it wrong, because when you went to the toilet, we had a long talk. And I said, well, isn't America just going to completely clean up? Because it's their game. America doesn't play rugby. They play gridiron.
Okay.
Right. I said, so this is a one-way contest. Like, America, this is your main sport. Of course, you're going to whip the world. And he said, no, you'd be really, really surprised. And he mentioned some other countries. And he said, they've been really tough to beat. They were out here for some World Cup of gridiron. And I said to him, is Australia in it? And he goes, yeah, they're a pretty good team. I didn't even know about this, but that's why they're wearing the USA stuff. They just come from the gridiron game. But someone wasn't ripping on them. It was just, you hear the accent, you see the shirts, and then he explained to me that, oh, yeah, we've just come from.
And he fist bumped you when you left.
Yeah, no, we had, I was talking to him, I said, should I be scared? And this was before what happened with Trump. So it was a couple of days ago. And I said, should I be scared? We're going to, he goes, no, you'll be fine. He said, oh, but where are you going? And I told him, he goes, oh, no, you should be fine there. But it was funny how he first said, oh, but he said, yeah, you'll be fine. Oh, but where are you going? But they were from Miami.
Plasticville.
Well, is it Florida or Miami? Don't do this to me. No, I'm trying to think what he said.
Miami is in Florida.
I know, but did he say he was from Florida? They were from Florida or Miami?
He said he was from Florida.
Florida, no. Well, that sums it up. Because I said we've never been to Florida.
Yes, we have. We went to Orlando.
And then you said, yes, we have. We've been to Orlando. But I don't know. When I think of Florida, I think of Miami because it's on the beach. And we weren't anywhere near the beach. We're just near amazing restaurants in Orlando. Every single one of them is owned by the same company and serve the same food. So it says, thank God it's Friday. Mexican.
Thank God it's Friday.
Well, what's the thing? Is it thank God it's...
Oh, no, it is, but it's called TGI's.
Yeah, but still, thank God it's Friday.
Sorry.
Doesn't that what it stands for? See, again, making fun of me.
No one calls it that. Everyone calls it TGI's.
Oh, well, I only know it from thank God it's... Pick on me day. No, but you were with me. We went to like 3 different restaurants. It was like the name of the food was different.
We went to TGI's. Then we went to a Mexican place. Then we went to a Brazilian barbecue.
And they all tasted the same. I think they had the same staff. I think they rotate the staff.
Everything tasted the same. It was...
Yeah,
go-karting was fun though.
That was good cut. That was good fun.
What did you
say?
You just said them.
I didn't. No, I didn't. That wasn't that word. I was thinking of 2 things at the one time, and my brain doesn't work after 7 weeks of workshops.
Oh my God.
This is our first day. We haven't done first day off, and yeah, I'm taking a bit to... The go-karting was fun. I lapped you like 3 times.
Because I drive like an old lady.
An old lady. But you wouldn't go on a slingshot. I want to do a slingshot.
I'm not going on a slingshot.
You made me freaking go into a kid's pool at Disneyland, and you made me go on
a kid's pool?
That thing that we float around in floaties.
That wasn't at Disneyland. That was in Dubai at Wild Wadi.
Didn't you go to a water park in...
No, not in Disneyland. No, you're thinking...
Oh, no, that's right. You put me in a friggin'... let's get on racing cars. And they're on a track. Yeah. You can't steer them. They just sit on this... And they go at like 2 kilometres an hour.
It was nice.
No, it wasn't.
And then we went to... And then 2019 when Anne travelled with us last, and we went through Dubai and we went to Wild Wadi, which I've been to plenty of times when...
You were...
Like... When I was younger.
A year younger?
No, because like I grew up in Saudi Arabia. I moved back home to Melbourne when I was 12, but Dad stayed there until I was about 14. So I'd go over and visit Dad on school holidays, and flying from Melbourne to Dubai, Dad would fly to Dubai and meet me, and we'd spend a couple of days there, and we'd go to Wild Wadi. And it's just this fun little water park. And then we were there and I was like, let's go there. And I always loved the tube thingy. But it's not like, yeah, there's a lazy one. But then there's another thing at Wild Wadi where it's like you're still in the tube, but that like shoots you and you go. And then you get to pick your path. And you're like, oh, I'll go on this one. It's so much fun.
We didn't go on that one.
Yes, we did.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
I just remember getting so freaking bored. So you think you were way ahead. And Anne was sort of, and I just slowed mine down to let her go past. And then I dropped out of my tube and then swam underwater and tipped her upside down from underwater. Anyway, you
Anyway.
had to be there.
Had to be there.
Oh, but the stuff in Orlando, it was funny watching you on some of the faster rides. That picture we have of you pulling that face.
Oh my God.
See, I like speed, you don't.
And your face is like,
Cool.
cool.
You're
I'm
just,
like,
I'm going to die.
I think we have that as one of our thumbnails.
I think we've used it as
for one of our,
ages ago.
Probably after it happened, because we would have. Oh, were we doing podcasts
I
then?
don't think we're doing podcasts.
I'm pretty sure
back
we
then.
have a thumbnail of it though.
No, there is a
somewhere.
thumbnail.
There is.
I think it's on the my YouTube channel, not the podcast channel.
It's before we separated it.
Got to keep them separated.
We should remind people that this
You
channel
should do that again.
exists
That's
because
up to you.
someone said recently they were like, "Oh, why'd
Why'd you stop?
Why'd you stop?" And I was like, "No,
We
it's
never
just
stop.
on a different channel." So I should remind people that we still do have a podcast,
Channel? Yeah,
just on a different channel now, because it was killing our YouTube status.
Yeah, great YouTube. You should do shorts. You should do long form. You should do podcasts. As soon as you do it, your friggin' channel dies.
But also, people come to your YouTube because they want to learn about photography.
And they come to our podcast
Because they want to listen to us talk shit.
talking crap for an hour.
Yeah, so
I try and get some photography in.
sometimes.
I haven't this week yet.
Oh, we did, but earlier we spoke. So,
We walked around.
no, we spoke a little bit.
About us walking around looking for light. I don't think that's really photography.
Why don't you talk about the lenses and the
What
camera?
lenses?
I don't know. Talk about photography then, and I'll just
Oh, kill the discussion. Freaking Kill Bill.
kill Bill.
Off you go.
What do you mean?
Well, we were on a flow. Now I have to think about something photography to talk about.
You don't
You're gonna
have to. We were just
All right,
talking.
so where are you going to go next?
Where am I going to go? No, I didn't.
See, you killed it. You absolutely killed it.
I did no.
End of
such-
podcast. That's it.
I didn't.
She's squashed it.
No.
No.
I.
You have. Look.
No, I haven't.
You have nothing. All right, some subjects.
Dude.
Toot is not a subject.
It was
You
a dude.
absolute idiot.
There's a little dude outside.
Is that the best you can come up with a subject?
All right. Well, so
Let's put pressure
I've
on Beck really quick. Subject.
I've been trying to sort out our schedule for Tomorrowland because it's currently Monday. We go to Tomorrowland on Friday for weekend one, and I'm actually annoyed because so you download the app and then you select your weekend. The app's really, really great. It's so awesome.
So why are you annoyed if the app's really, really good?
Because I'm getting there. So it shows you this schedule and you go through and you put a little love heart on whoever you want to see, and then there's a little filter and it just shows you your love heart. So it gives you your personalised schedule of who you've said you want to
Just
see.
interrupting. Do you know if Jess listens to us?
Jessie
Yeah.
from LA.
From LA. Live
I don't
Fast
know.
Magazine. Well, just in case Jessie is listening, this is one of Beck's stories that keep you up till 3 in the morning. It should be like a 2-minute story, and she managed to get to 2-hour story. Off you go.
So then you push the little love heart button and then it shows you everyone that you've selected. And I'm scrolling through looking at it, I'm like, there's about 4 hours that we've got no one that we want to see. And then all at once, there's like 3 or 4 DJs in a row that are all clashing at the time. And I'm like, that's so annoying. Like, and now I've got to pick and choose between who I want to go see. Why don't you space them out better? Why do you put all of these amazing people on at the same time? Just space them out.
They don't know what your taste is.
They should. Everything is about me. The sun shines out of my ass, actually, and the world revolves around me. So they should rearrange things so that my day is better and the DJs are spaced out and I don't have to pick and choose. It's rude. But
Well, while we have a couple hours without DJs being spaced out, you can get spaced out.
maybe I will see how much rosé I can fit into my body. That's what I did last year when I was there.
So can we buy rosé there?
You have to use the pearls though.
Your pearls.
So you've got to,
Isn't that a sexual thing for women?
no, that's a pearl necklace.
Oh.
But when we get there, when we get to the hotel, we'll get our bracelets, and then you have to
Did they
activate.
give us a pearl bracelet? Was it a pearl necklace? So you go up with your pearl necklace and buy things. So now you need to find someone to give you a pearl necklace. You idiot. I don't know if I want to go tomorrow. It sounded like you're taking me in a sex pool again. I'm really scared about this now.
Once we get to the hotel,
Once you get your pearls,
and
is
you
that
check
like plums?
you get your bracelet, and then you activate your bracelet on your account, and then you've got to load euros to your account, and then the
Euros to pearls.
Euros convert to pearls, and I can't remember what they convert to, but it's something stupid. I think
So we're in our heads, we're going to have to go Australian dollar to euro to pearls.
So I've got no idea how much I spent at Tomorrowland last year, because I was like, I can't be fucked with that. So I was just loading
Yeah, but after Tomorrowland, you came out broke.
Yes.
Oh, that drink only cost me 2 pearls. Oh, that was 10 euros. That's 20 Australian dollars.
I would just load like 200 euros onto my bracelet, and then oh, I'll get a rose. Oh, I'm getting a wine. Jared, would you like something? Oh yeah, I'll grab a beer. I'm like, oh, 1 beer and 1 rosé. Oh, Jared, would you like food? Oh, tap my little bracelet, and then you get a warning. Oh, it's running low, and I'm like, oh, okay. 200 euros later. So I have no idea how much I spent. I have no idea how much anything costs at Tomorrowland, and that's why they do it.
Of course, that's why they do.
Because,
why can't they have a pearl equal a euro?
No, but it's like it's something stupid. I think like
that would be so easy. Make it equal a euro. Everyone knows what it costs.
But it's like 1 point something. Like, it's confusing. They do it on purpose.
So is this what they do at Esso as well?
No, Esso is just
dollars.
Yeah, it's just Aussie dollars. It's fine. Esso is fine. I mean, food is still stupidly expensive. Oh yeah, Peter's coming to a bush doof with me. That's a new development. Peter and his son.
I'm taking my son there. We're going to bond. Yes. James Bond.
Which is very exciting. So we got tickets.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to get a 20-metre long Winterbago with
a Winterbago?
Yeah, a Winterbago, because we're going in summer and I don't want to get too hot. So I'm getting the Winterbago.
A Winterbago?
Yes, a Winterbago.
So yes, as for anyone who's not up to screed, I think we've lost it. I think 7 weeks of work is too much. Maybe we should take breaks. Anyone who's up to speed, ESO is short for Esoteric, which is my favourite festival in Australia, which is a camping festival.
You have to be camped to get in there.
Oh, fucking. Sorry,
you can't swear on our podcast, you fucking idiot.
So Peter is coming next year, and Jared, my partner, will be working again. He does visuals. He does like projection mapping.
Oh, so I can be that person in the crowd. The visuals suck. What are you doing? I can be the heckler. Can I heckle Jared?
No, leave Jared alone. So me and Jared are gonna have to be there for a week again, which but
what happens if I don't give you a week off?
You have to. I'm not going to be.
No, I don't have to.
I'm not going to be at work.
I might demand you to. You can't demand your hours.
Yes, I can.
This could be fun. Well, this is the way I can change staff.
All right, fine.
All right, fine.
Do it.
Right, do it. I dare you. Do it. Do it.
I dare you.
I dare you.
Find another Bec.
Impossible.
But no, Peter and his son are coming, and it's going to be very fun. And I'm always excited for it. So it'll be cute.
It'll be cute.
I can't wait to see how you go at a bush doof.
What? Sorry, I was doing friggin' festivals before you were born. You weren't even. Yes.
Yay.
Sunbury Festival. That was a 3-day festival. And even that's worse. You're stuck in a place full of bikies. It's a good festival. It's a great festival.
So you've got...
You're allowed to buy full friggin' bottles of beer. So if you didn't like the act, you could just throw them at the act.
Oh, that's nasty.
Well, that's what we did Queen the first year Queen was there.
And there'll be none of that.
None of that.
No. So you've got Thursday till either Monday or Tuesday. You can
Yeah,
decide.
but music doesn't start till Sundays. Fridays.
No, music. Yeah. So Thursdays is early access.
Yeah.
You just get in so you can get a better
That's
spot.
right. Just get in and chill and set up our campfire, set up our
No
keg.
fire.
We're having fires. We've got a fire pit. You can't go camping without a fire pit.
There's no fire.
And then we're going to go to one of the local farms, kill a pig, bring it back, put it on a spit.
There's none of that happening.
What sort of festival's this?
You just go, you set up your camp, and then Friday the music starts, and then it finishes on Monday, and then you can either leave Monday or you can stay the night and then leave on Tuesday.
What time's it finish Monday?
I can't remember.
So when did you book my tickets? Monday or Tuesday?
There's no end time. You just have a ticket. I just bought you an early
Oh,
access.
so you can stay till Wednesday if you want.
No. Well,
You said there's no end time.
well, no, you've got to leave by like Monday or Tuesday. But Jared and I will be there from like Tuesday to Tuesday. If it's anything like last year, Tuesday
Yeah,
to
I know.
Tuesday.
You're going to be rolling up cables.
I friggin' hope not. That was the most
It was so funny.
annoying
Beck just wanted to go home.
thing.
And they're all going slow. I want to go home.
And I said to Jared, I was like, what are we doing? Why, like, can we go? Like, our tent, our marquee, everything's packed up. I just want to leave. And then Jared's like, I've got to help them finish packing up. And I'm like, what are you helping with? And we're just standing around. He's like, I've got to roll up the cables. I'm like, surely someone can roll up cables. Why is that your job? Your job was to do projection mapping. Your job was never roll up cables. Now,
He didn't read the fine print. It was
No,
projecting,
it was-
mapping, and rolling up cables.
it was Jared being nice. And you know what? It did work in his favour, and I do get where he's coming from because he was like, I've never worked.
Yeah, he's booked
For
for another
these-
year for nothing. I'm
yeah,
joking.
no, but he was like,
They needed a cable roller up for this year. So, Jared did it last year without complaining. We'll book him.
he was like, and I think it is I understand where he's coming from because it is a really good business tactic, I guess, is that he's like, I've never worked for these people before, but I really want to work with them. And so I've been given the opportunity, so I need to make a really good impression. So I will do anything for them right now. Yeah, I will roll up cables. And so he just was like kind of their slave. And then they were like, oh, he's a really hard worker. And then the organizer saw how much he was doing and really respected what he's doing.
And said thank you.
Paid him extra, said thank you and booked him for another year and has now said, I can't believe how hard you worked and what you did. You are amazing.
And you were there suki-la-la-ing the whole time.
And
So
now
I'm surprised Luke even allows you to come now.
And now Luke has said to Jared, like, we really want you back. You were amazing, but please give us your terms. So, yes, Jared's plan did work, but I was just sitting there sooking because I wanted my Maccas. I was hungover. I'd been in the bush.
You wanted your Maccas.
not-
That was it. It was the Maccas.
I hadn't showered.
Oh, my God.
I had not showered for a week. I haven't slept in a bed for a week. I was hungover as hell. I just wanted McDonald's and a bed and to get out of... And also, that was, it was a freak year. It was 42 degrees. Like, I was just... I wanted to get...
Australia.
I wanted to get there. In March? 42 degrees in March? Come on. That's ridiculous.
It was 42 degrees somewhere.
Not in freaking Melbourne, well, not Melbourne, in Victoria in March. It's never...
I think it wasn't a record. It wasn't a world record.
It was pretty messed up.
Which means it's happened before. But summer's like... See, they've got to change the seasons. I think
They do.
Yeah, because
By a
summer,
month.
at least a month and a half, I reckon.
Summer starts in January.
Yeah, not December.
No. And then, yeah.
Winter starts July.
Yeah, they need to change it by a month.
Yeah.
But no, it was... But at least Esso didn't get cancelled. There was another festival, Pitch, got cancelled. I'm so scared.
Why?
Because I love Pitch. Pitch is amazing.
Oh, yeah, because it keeps all the retards there, right? So
Can't say that
all those freaking yuppie, freaking stupid, I think I'm into music people.
It's like the Chapel Street people who love techno. And
they have smash avocado.
No, it's not even that. It's just, they're just wankers.
They do drinks called smash avocado.
No, they're just wankers and there's always like
But they won't get in it. It sells out every year and it'll sell out before pictures even put... I thought you said it sells out.
Esso sells out, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. So how are they going to get tickets?
No, but it sells out. Like, so there's like it goes like previous buyers, and we have like a month for previous buyers, and then it goes on sale to the public. It will sell out, but still so they've still got a chance to buy tickets, and I don't want them coming because they're all like roided up and they're just like, and I hate them. I don't want them there.
I hate them. Oh my God. You're so... I only want my crowd to come to my festival. Oh my God.
I don't want them there. So keep it going, because the people that I don't like go
to
there.
pitch.
But then after
Oh,
pitch,
so some of our friends go to pitch. Lottie goes to pitch.
no, she doesn't. She goes to Beyond the Valley.
Oh.
Different festival.
I think there was someone who went there because they were complaining in the studio.
Yeah, because it was shit.
No, they were complaining because it was cancelled and they didn't get their money back, so it wasn't properly cancelled.
Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. Really.
Anyway,
We're talking crap. Nobody's interested in any of this stuff. You've overtaken our podcast with your 2:00 in the morning talk.
My festival talk.
Your festival talk.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm
Sorry.
having fun.
You say I don't talk enough in the podcast, so you guys go. This is what it's like listening to Bec. This is what Peter has to put up with. Talking absolute crap. Nothing about photography, just about festivals. Anyway, thanks for coming to our festival podcast. Sorry, I'll shut up.
No, you're fine. I'm still so tired from...
I am exhausted, and I think
it gets, for people who don't know, it's sort of like, because it's just this routine of get on a plane. Oh, we haven't spoken about our trip.
Oh my God, why haven't we spoken about that?
Oh my God,
how much time do we have?
We have enough time. No, we don't, but we're just going to fill it out anyway.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Even from the second Bec was booking it, Air France, I thought, oh, I'm a bit scared. I've heard a few things about Air France and I'm get scared because they're outside of the One World who we normally fly with. But our choice was we fly from Paris to Finland to Scotland, or we can just fly, and we could have done that in business.
With our points.
10 points. And
10,000
or we can
points.
fly from Paris straight through to Scotland for like $600 to be in cattle class. And we just decided we didn't want to, we're going to save the planet by not friggin' flying around the world.
We just thought, fuck it, it's easy. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. We just thought it's easier if we just do a direct flight. We'll just do, and no, but then I looked it up and Air France is with the Star Alliance and I was like, oh.
But we're not with Star Alliance.
No, but I was like, oh, they should be fine. So we did that and then we get to the
First we checked and their luggage weight limit was lower than what each of our bags are, so we had to empty one of our carry-ons out and shuffle our luggage around and book 3 extra bags. Then we went to check in and
no people,
but you can only machines, that's all you can do. And then you take your luggage somewhere to drop it in and no people to help you, you just do it. But all of a sudden the guy goes, oh no, you haven't got your tags right, we've got to fix. So there's nobody telling us what to do.
So why don't you just have staff to just do it for you? Sorry, what am I paying for? And then we leave there and then we go to, and they're like, this way. Send us on this wild goose chase and then you have to go through passport control. And as we're getting in the line for passport control and there's people weighing your checked in luggage. And
no, weighing your carry-on.
Same thing.
No, it's not. Checked-in luggage is what goes under the plane. Carry-on's what goes above the plane.
So they're weighing our carry-on luggage.
No, they wanted to.
And
we already know that our carry-on luggage
is going to be over. And I'm saying to Peter, I'm like, well, what are they going to do? Because I'm holding Peter's bag that's got his Hasselblad and everything, which I know is about 20 kilos. And I'm like, well, shit, this is going to be over.
So we're allowed 12 kilos total per person. So we're allowed 2 carry-ons and it's maximum 12. My Hasselblad bag weighs about 20. My laptop bag weighs about 18.
I think it's
pretty heavy.
It is very heavy. I think it's 18.
Oh, it's 16.
It's heavy.
It's 16. It's
Whatever.
still over. Matter. Then my Leica bag weighs about the same. And then your handbag weighs about 15,
10.
16.
No, I think mine's about 10.
And Anne's with us and she had her handbag and that.
So we knew.
We get pulled aside, and all of a sudden this lady pushed in front of us and went on the scales. And I've just said to these three, out.
Go.
And we just kept
bail.
walk past the scales, and nobody grabbed us.
No. And we just hopped in, and then they were like...
They point us to a queue to
And then they said,
through.
what passport? And I said, Australia. And they were like, here. And then put us in this line, and we were in that line for like an hour and a half, just standing there waiting to get through. And Peter's like, I think we're going to miss the flight. And I'm like, no, like surely we'll have enough time. And then Peter's like, no, we've got to get through like the X-ray machines after this. And I'm like, oh, shit. And we got through and we got to the X-ray, and that was actually quick.
No, but just before we got there, people were trying to push in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
Like we'd been in the queue for over an hour, and these families were thinking, oh, we're going to miss our flight. Well, sorry. We've
we
been
are
here for
too.
an hour. You've just walked up and want to butt in. But
And so then we eventually got through and put the bags through. And of course, as always, Peter's bags get pulled across because
not
there's
just
all this
my Anne's as well.
And Anne's, but Peter's always... Anyway, so then we're saying there's one... And, like, every second bag was getting pulled off to the side to be manually checked. And Peter's is one of them. And there's one person who's taking
and he wanted to talk and walk around. And it was like 40 people waiting to get their carry-on. And this guy was just... And I said to Bec, go down to...
Yeah, because I looked at the time and I was like...
We're going to miss our
shit,
flight.
like...
Go down, see if you can...
Closed, I was like, our gate closes in 5 minutes. And I had all of my stuff, so I ran downstairs, found the... What's it called? The gate.
Lady.
The gate. I got to the gate and I was like, hi. And they were like calling our names and I was like, hi. And they were like, oh, like we've been calling you. And I was like, yeah, like I'm Rebecca. And they were like, oh, and where is Anne and where is Peter? And I was like, well, they're stuck at security. And can you please just hold the plane? Like, and they're like, oh, what do you mean? I was like, no, like your system is crap. Like
this is in the Air France terminal.
Yeah.
So they're in charge of their terminal.
Yeah, and I was like, your system's crap. They're
Half
standing
an hour
there.
for them to check my bag. But we got through the check, but then had to wait half an hour for my bag to get through the check.
And I
kept on saying to the guy, I'm going to miss my flight. And he goes, no, you won't. They'll hold.
No, and then I said to him, I was like, can you please? And I'm like, I'm on the phone to Peter, and they were like, I can wait 2 minutes. And I was like, and seriously, eventually they were like, no. And I was like, well, what am I going to do? And they're like, there's a flight in 2 hours. I was like, and they're like, and you'll be automatically transferred. I was like, oh, okay, well, that doesn't sound too bad then. And then literally 2 minutes after that, Peter and Anne are there, and I'm like, fantastic. But I was like, oh, they said just go up here, be transferred. And then the lady was like, I was like, oh, we missed our flight, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, where did you come from? I'm like, we come from Australia.
She didn't mean whatever. You idiot.
And she's like, no, where did you come
Where's
from?
your connecting flight?
And I was like, we don't, like before this, we were in Milan. And she was like, so you came from, and she was confused and I was confused and she just kept asking where I came from. And I was like, she's like, wait, are you local? I'm like, no, I come from Australia. It was confusing. Anyway, long story short, she told us that because it wasn't a connecting flight and that we missed our flight, she's like, it's your fault. I'm like, well, it's not our fault. We got here with ample amount of time, and it's because of your security and your crappy system. We were told to we were told to get in the wrong line. I was just so angry, and then she was like, "It's your fault," and I was like, So
I'm going to cut this long story a bit shorter because Bec's going to stretch
then they were like, oh, you've got to go to this desk, and we went to that desk, and then they were like, you've got to go to this desk.
She never told us to go to the desk we went to. We went to that desk because we asked the wrong person. But basically, so the only way to get another ticket to get the next flight, we had to go the whole way back. We had to go back through customs, get re-stamped again, coming into Paris, even though we never left it. Had to go right up, wait 20 minutes at a counter before we get served. Thank God they didn't charge us. He could see we were pretty pissed off.
Yes.
And then we had to go through the whole rigmarole of going back through baggage and customs and security.
And then when we go back through, then they want to weigh Peter's bag again. And so then but this time we didn't have a nice
person to butt in.
No, so
we'd snuck. So we quickly snuck around. So the guy...
But then they grabbed me.
Grabbed you.
And then they weighed Peter's bag and then they put my bag on and they look at me and they're like, it's 30 kilos. And I'm like, yep.
And?
And I just looked at Peter and I'm like, Peter. And he was like, and we just stood there, we're like, and they're like, you have to check this in. And we're like, well, we can't because this has got lithium batteries. You can't check this in. And they were like, well, you go speak to Air France. And I was like, for God's sake. So we go and we speak to them and I spoke to some useless lady and I spoke to a second useless lady and then we spoke to some really, really lovely guy.
We finally got down to a nice guy.
Who was saying, like, just take the batteries out.
Before we got there was another guy and who had just done the thing and he was saying, yeah, just pull some of your stuff out, put in your pockets. He was like, and the guy's going, I've never had this happen before. And he goes, this is like stupid. But the guy from Air France is saying, just take stuff out, the heavy stuff, put in your pockets.
And Anne had her laptop.
Anne got a laptop and put it down her pants.
Anne had her laptop tucked in her pants and her top and a jacket over. But
anyway,
no, the guy was really...
He was really nice and I said, he put it on, he goes, yeah, it's too heavy, it has to be checked in. I said, it's full of batteries. And he goes...
And then the second you opened it up and he saw all of the Hasselblad stuff, the guy's like, no. Not checking that in, I understand. And then Peter zipped up and then he walked us around, spoke to the weighing people and was like, he's fine. And I was like, thank you. And then we knew we could go through the little scanny gates. So it was so much quicker.
But then to top it off, we've gone in, we've got like an hour to wait for our flight. We end up going up to, and it got delayed.
By an hour and a half.
We went up to this little deli and we had some meat and friggin' stuff. We get down there, we're sitting there waiting, they call our flight. So we get in this big queue, we're pretty much at the end of the queue to check in. And as we're getting up, all of a sudden they're calling our names.
No,
they didn't even no, they had called our names.
No, it wasn't. No. So we were standing there waiting and they were checking passports and boarding passes and I get up and I show mine and they're like, Edinburgh, no, you're over there.
No, it wasn't over there. It was like 2 feet away.
Yeah, it was the next gate. But they were like Edinburgh, like, no. And I was like, oh, and like, do you want to go to Birmingham? And I was like, no. So I ran over there and as I was like, Peter, Anne, over here. Just as I said that, they started calling our names. And we were the last people
It wasn't literally, we didn't hear the...
We didn't.
So they called our flight. We got up like everyone else. We got in the queue, but it was like as we're walking straight along, there was a group going this way. We didn't know there was a group going straight forward, but we just stayed at the end of the queue and we found out we're the last people on the plane.
So ridiculous.
Because we nearly missed it again.
So that was our fun journey to Scotland.
Yes.
But we're here now and we leave tomorrow.
And they asked us for...
Why are you touching my little thing for?
I'm fondling your little thing. Then they asked us for a review. We gave them a great review.
You did. I didn't do it from my account.
No, I don't care. I'm happy to give a review. In all my life travelling, I've never had that much crap.
All your life.
The staff that could help us were really helpful. The other staff, once you got through customs, the staff were terrible. Once you got back out into the main, the staff were great.
They gave us a free flight.
No, we missed the flight because they didn't put enough security staff on to check the bags. There's 40 people standing around waiting for their hand luggage because they only put one single person on. And they're pulling every second bag off the friggin'... That's their fault. They should have had more... Shut up. Anyway. Beck just doesn't like giving bad reviews, but she's happy to read a review and go, oh, go to this restaurant, it's got good reviews. Go there. That's shit. That's because nobody gives bad reviews.
I don't like confrontation.
There's no confrontation online in a review.
Well, I did. I left a bad review for the place we were in Frankfurt. And then he sassed me and I just felt awkward. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he deserved a bad review. Like compared to Paris was like, you can't give him 5 stars and Paris 5 stars when one's
I was
really...
never going to give him 5 stars, but like...
4 to 5. Sorry, he wasn't 1 star
I
less
gave him
than Paris.
3.
No, but you want to give him 4. Don't argue. You're the problem.
I'm the problem.
Sorry, every time you look for a restaurant, you look at people's reviews.
Well, why don't you leave reviews then?
Well, I'm going to leave a review from last night if they send us one for a review.
Well, you can just go on Google and do it.
I think we should because that was horrible.
Well, why don't you do that then?
I've done it before.
Oh.
It's really funny when you leave a review and they contact you back.
Well, that's what like the Airbnb guy was like.
No, he didn't contact us back.
No, but he replied to our review and was like, it wasn't 3 stories of stairs, it was 2.
It was actually
like,
2.5.
I was like, sorry, I can't swear.
It still doesn't matter. Why didn't you contact us because your apartment was dirty? Why didn't you clean your apartment? Why didn't you clean your apartment? Like,
because they had a vacuum cleaner. I cleaned it myself. How long have we been talking for?
That was because all of your urine and hair all over the entry hall. We're up to... Oops, we've gone overtime. So, by the way, photography, don't buy dumb shit. Yeah, I'll put some photography in it.
Sorry for us ranting and raving.
Sorry, we're really a bit tired. 7 weeks on the road. On the road.
7 weeks on the row.
Yeah, I'm talking about roe, the trout eggs. It's called roe.
Anyways, it's probably only going to go downhill from here because we've got Tomorrowland in a couple of days.
Oh yes. So our next podcast, we're going to do that in between.
In between
Tomorrowlands, or we're going to do one when we get to Brussels.
I don't know. Whatever. We're not going to have anything to talk about. It's probably better if we do it.
But I need one for when we get home, because you're not going to be around. Or do I do a podcast on my own?
No, we'll do whatever. Anyway,
we'll work it out.
We'll see you guys when we see you. Sorry that we're idiots and again, sound like a bickering old married couple.
Thank you for you supporters that do support us just talking crap for an hour.